Grant, what went wrong tonight?
Everything. We were poor from start to finish. We started the game off where we wanted to try and play in their half for the first 5-10 minutes, but we didn't play in their half. We were poor from minute one. I just let the boys know. The Bury result was 5-1. We got beat, but we never folded like that. Second half we came back into it a little bit. That's probably the worst I've seen us under my management, and I'm disgusted, to be honest with you, with the performance.
Did they fancy it tonight?
Listen, without me being too critical, because I'm not, because I'll take responsibility. I'm the manager. On a whole this season, the character they've shown has been good. Tonight it wasn't. I ain't going to hide behind that. We lacked energy, we lacked tempo, we lacked anything about us, a little bit of charisma, anything. We were launching balls into their box from like 60 yards, which is hopeless balls into people like Gerrard and Clark, centre halves, who've been around this league and just head things away. We had no industry about us. I toyed with making changes before the game to freshen it up, but I give them another shot because they won the game. Possibly now I'm regretting that decision.
This sort of consistent inconsistency from your side is a real concern, isn't it? Because you're up after Swindon, you think you've got something to build on, and now rock bottom.
Yeah, it's not good. Listen, we are still. I think I said the other day. I think in 13 games we'd won 7, drew 3, lost 3. Now we've lost another one. It's disappointing because our home form's been good. On a whole, I think we're in third in the table away from home. We're making our job a lot difficulter for ourselves, and we've got a lot of home games coming up. I think 5 of the next 7. We want to try and win them all. That's the aim now. We have to. Every time we get ourselves in a position to capitalise, we don't do it. So we'll get to the bottom of it because that's my job.
You talked about the Bury performance. That day as well, you created lots of chances, didn't you? Hit the bar a couple of times, could have scored 4 or 5 goals even. Tonight you struggled to create chances. That must be a concern.
We didn't create anything. I can't remember what we created, apart from a shot from Marcus, which was way too late. 89th minute when we have a shot from distance. We didn't create anything. We lacked any, combination play around the box, sharp movements. We just looked leggy tonight, I felt, and we got what we deserved because Oldham were better than us in the night.
It's easy to question character, I suppose. Well, that character was in evidence against Swindon. We've seen it from your side before. It's difficult to put your finger on why that was lacking tonight. Yeah,
listen, I say a few things in the change room to the players, but in terms of character, I think they are a good group. We just got to make sure we cut out the silly habits that we've got. In terms of, it's always the games where people think we're going to win. And it's something I drummed into the players before the game. I said, listen, this will be a difficult game. There's going to be a full house here. They're on the up. The new managers come in. I didn't treat this game no differently as if we were playing Sheffield United or Bolton or something like that. When I said to the players afterwards, I said, listen, I can give you as much as I can, but once you cross our white line, you've got to produce. And we didn't produce tonight.
Big game, obviously a big game anyway against MK Dons at the weekend, but it feels a bit bigger now after tonight.
They're all big games. Now to the end of the season, 19 left, they're all massive games. They're all like cup finals for us now. We've got to make sure we win 11 or 12 of them, which I think will get us in there. So that's the main focus for us.
Long way to go, still firm belief that the playoffs are well within reach?
Of course. If anyone knows me, I never give up lightly. So I'll get the boys back in tomorrow. We'll go through everything about tonight's game because it's important. It's important when you win and when you lose to stay on the same track, and we can't afford any more performances like that.
Will you think even more seriously now about working hard to get 1 or 2 more into the building?
To be honest with you, I said that to the players. There's no problem. The chairman would let me bring in whoever I wanted. I know that he'd back me 100%, but I feel as if I've got a good 18, 19 players. I really do, who all could step into our team and perform. Tonight, they didn't. Bury, they didn't. Maybe that's something I'll have a chat with the chairman about tomorrow when we've got a meeting. But I'm disappointed tonight. It's easy for me to come out here and criticise my players. Listen, I take full responsibility. I picked the team. I should have changed some of the players because they look leggy. But overall, we weren't good enough to win the game.
Thanks, Grant. Thank you.
It's 5 away games in a row. Any excuse for you? Tough, isn't it? Unusual as well.
It is tough, but I mean, when we put this fixture in, it was one of the dates that we had to play. A bit like the Southend one, where the league wouldn't let us put it back to another month. But it is difficult. It's hard, you're spending half your life on the coach, driving away up and down the country. But on a whole, we've been decent away from home this season, and I'm not using that as an excuse that 5 away games is the reason why we performed like that tonight, because it wasn't. We just weren't at the races.
I mean, MK is always a special game. I mean, it's a Chris Turner day, I'm sure you know, on Saturday as well. I mean, will that get a mention before the game from you?
100%. Man's a legend at the club. Some of the players probably wouldn't have heard of him or what he's done. So it's a big game for us. Like I say to you, they're all big games now. And what I did say to the players in there, if anyone's thinking about leaving this football club, you don't leave this football club by playing like that. They need to produce on a consistent level, and that's my job to make that happen.
Different sort of game, I suspect, as well, Saturday, won't it? Probably suit you a bit more.
I mean, I don't know what suits us at the minute, because in terms of a footballing side, we're not at the minute. What I've watched over the last 3 games, we ain't making angles, we're not moving. The passes, I don't think we strung 4 passes together tonight. It's not the way I want my team to play. So that's down to me to work on that in the training ground.
Thanks, Grant.